Peace, fam. Nefertem again, back and give another video. Hit the like button, comment, share. Hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out so I can help you out. Go to the link in the description box or in the bio or wherever you see this at, and schedule a reading with me, consultation, so we can get your health in order for the month of September. This is the general overview for the health transits for September. Yes, I'm using astroseek.com. I took the downloads and screenshots, and we're not going over every single day, because not everything happens on every single day. There's only a specific few days that I wanted to talk about. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Anything else I wanted to say before I started? Yes, one thing I want to say is that I appreciate you guys for joining in. I am still new to this channel, so I'm just grateful to even be a part of the team. This is a very strong team. Everybody on this team has a lot of talents, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I also appreciate every single one of the individuals who are subscribed to this channel and who watch our videos, because we are the revolution, just like the piece of it says. This is literally it. This ain't no fucking joke. I know you see it happen outside, and so it's gonna be very important to be taking care of your health, because your health is your wealth. It don't matter if you got all the bitches, all the niggas. If you ain't got no health, you can't enjoy it. So what is it worth? So on September 1st, I wanted to touch on, we have this Mars Jupiter sextile with Jupiter opposing Mercury. So, but before I even go in, when the sun is inside of a sign, the sun brings more prana, more chi energy, more life force energy in that organ. So our organs right now are more focused on digestive system issues, the liver, the pancreas, right? The ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, right? It's a lot more focus in that area. So we want to really take care of our digestive system during Virgo season, right? We want to take care of our bodies all the time, like all parts of our body at all times of the year, but during the seasons when the sun is inside of a sign, we really want to make sure to take care of that sign, for sure. With that being said, be more aware of hyper blood flow towards the lungs. If you have high blood pressure, or even low blood pressure, be aware of what you're eating on this day. With Jupiter sextiling Mars, is going to give a lot more blood flow, especially towards the lungs. So if you have a lung, condition, be mindful of that. And the way, and I could definitely see people having a lot more headaches, especially with the increased blood flow towards the head, with Aries representing the head, and Jupiter representing expansion, and then Mercury is the processor of the body, right? So I could definitely see a lot of stress on this day, because people are doing a lot of thinking with the intensity of blood flow. So really be mindful about that. Let me think of some herbs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the herbs at the end of the video. So we're on September 4th, a day after my solar return. Joy's solar return will return to me. What I want to talk about? Okay, so this is similar to the other day. Mars is trining Mercury. Like I said, Mercury is the processor, but now that Mercury is going into Libra, there may be a little more energy going toward there's going to be more blood flow towards the kidneys, So be mindful of what you're drinking. I know people like to party, and I think the 4th is actually a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it's Sunday. So on that previous Saturday, on the 3rd, be mindful about what you're drinking, because you don't wanna experience no crazy shit. Now on to the next day. We're on the 5th. What was it? Oh, Venus is ingressing into Virgo. Venus represents fat and sugar, things in excess, but not like Jupiter excess. It's like pleasurable excesses, right? You're doing too much pleasure, right? And with Virgo being the digestive system, a lot more sugar and fat can be directed towards that area, especially when it comes to the liver. You don't really want to have a fatty liver. So if you have a fatty liver, if you know that you have a fatty liver because you went to the doctor and they told you, right? Oh, well, I'm gonna say that in a second. But if you went to the doctor and they told you, please be mindful of that. Now, I'm gonna preface it with this: nothing in this video is FDA approved. Please make sure to consult your doctor or your physician for any medical advice. None of this information is meant to cure, mitigate, treat, prevent, or cure a disease. Please go to your medical professional, your primary care doctor, for all that information, for any and all medical advice, because I am not a doctor. So, now that we got that out the way. So, September 8th, we have... Okay, so on this day, we have the sun sextiling Lilith. So, I wouldn't really say that this is more like a health thing, even though it kind of is. But I want you to, guys, I want you women, ladies, to be more aware about STIs and STDs on this day. Whenever the sun or Mars, any planet that is hot, that gives off action, right, that makes you do things, is aspecting Lilith, your sex drive, especially when it comes to deep, dark energies, is going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more heightened. And then I just seen this. I didn't even see this until just now. The sun and the south node are also in sextile. And the sun and the north node are in a trine. So this is a T square. I didn't even see this until just now. Hold on. No, that's not a T square. That's not a T square. But the sun is sextiling the... So, damn. If you're fucking on this day, that was a fated fuck. Just to be real. I'm just being honest, man. And it might be really sudden. One thing I would definitely say for women is be careful about having sex to satisfy a trauma, right? With the sun sextiling the south node in Scorpio, like that release of energy, like you really want to be mindful of that. Because I've seen that happen before, and it's really detrimental. And on this day, that can occur. So be mindful about that. On this day, we got the full moon. As we know, the full moon is when the seed has been sown. It is a release of energy. Be mindful. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. Be mindful of your lymphatic system, of your ability to expel toxins, right? So if you don't exercise, if you don't really sweat on this day, it will be really beneficial for you to sweat. I would go outside and get in the sun, or go in a sauna, or something like that. The full moon is in fucking Pisces, right? and Pisces is the lymphatic system, right? It also represents the feet, but in this case, the lymphatic system. So you really want to be mindful to sweat, because if you're not allowing the toxins to come out, especially with a full moon in Pisces, like it's not going to have anywhere to fucking go. And you do not want to have a buildup of toxins inside your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is like the sewage system of your body. If it's backed up, your whole body's out of whack. So please, please, please sweat. On the 8th, 9th, and 10th, I will be sweating, but I know that a lot of you guys are not going to listen to me. So at least on the 10th, sweat, please. Please. Next, so we got the 11th. The sun is trining Uranus. I could definitely see this being a sudden change in how your digestive system is working. So on the 11th, really be sure to eat your leafy veggies, right? Your kales, your dandelion greens, cilantros, cabbage, right? Chard, right? And the best places to get these foods at are farmers markets, unless you grow them yourself, which I do suggest that everybody grow their own foods, right? Especially now with all this GMO stuff going around. But really be mindful of your digestion, especially if you're a Virgo, right? If you have a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, especially if it's a rising, bro. Especially if it's a rising, bro, really be mindful about your digestive system. But everybody needs to be mindful. But if you have a Virgo sun, moon, and rising, you really have to be mindful. And then if you have a Virgo rising, you really, really need to be mindful, right? Because the rising is the physical body. So you really, really need to be mindful, right? That's what I wanted to talk about next. Okay, so on this day, there's a lot happening, as you can see. There's a lot of dark red lines. So Saturn is in a square with Uranus. So these are the Saturn-Uranus squares, right? So with Uranus ruling Aquarius, and it's in a square with Saturn in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the electromagnetic part of the body. People are going to be a lot more open to energetic attacks, right? The electromagnetic part of your body, your energy, your aura, right, is going to be out of whack slightly, right? Or it is more prone to be out of whack. So really watch what you think on this day, and make sure to get your electrolytes. Get a gallon of water. Get some pink Himalayan sea salt, and put like half a teaspoon in there. Shake it up, and put some lemon in there. Shake it up, and drink that on this day. Like, make sure that you are getting electric foods, right? Get in the sun. You really want to make sure of that, because your electromagnetic field, if that goes down, you're dead. So I mean, it's not funny, but it's real, right? So you really want to be mindful about that. What else I want to say about this? Mars is square Venus, so you're gonna have a lot more blood flow going towards the digestive system, especially since the sun is already in there, right? And you're going to be craving a lot more sugar and fats on this day, right? Wait, is this 16th? No, it's not. So you're going to be craving a lot more fats on this day. And we already know that fats, sugars, salts are not well, let me rephrase that. Refined sugars, refined salts, saturated and trans fats are not good for your digestion. It's not good for your body, but especially your digestive system. Your digestive system doesn't really process it like that, right? Well, Like your liver does not like refined sugars, right? That diabetes can come about because you're eating a whole bunch of sugars. So on this day, with this much energy flowing to your digestive system, especially with Mars, which is blood flow, square Venus, which is fats and sugars, you really, really, really need to be careful. If you got a sweet tooth, on this day, eat chips instead of something. Substitute it with fruit or something. Like, please be careful. On the 18th, we have Mercury opposing Venus. Sorry, Mercury opposing Jupiter. On this day, you also want to be mindful about headaches. With Jupiter opposing Mercury, and Mercury is a process system. You want to be mindful about headaches. You also want to be mindful about how your kidneys are processing the toxins out of your body. So when you wake up on this day and you use the restroom and you pee, look at your pee before you flush it. Is it cloudy? Is it not cloudy? Is it clear? Is it not clear? Right? If it's clear and you didn't really drink that much water, there's an issue with that. Right? Go see a doctor. If it's not, I'm sorry. If it's yellow and it's not cloudy, there's also an issue with that. Right? The reason why it's cloudy is because the cloudiness is the toxins coming out of you, right? So you kind of want it to be cloudy, right? At least first thing in the AM, right? Throughout the day, you should be drinking enough water to where your urine is clear, right? But if you first wake up in the morning and you haven't really drinking any water, and all of a sudden it's not cloudy and it's not like you know what I'm saying, then there's an issue. So go see your primary care physician. Another thing is that Venus is sextiling Lilith. Like I said already, for the females, be mindful about being blind to love, right? Being blind to love, and you're gonna feel it in your stomach, right? You might meet a guy or a gal, and they just be like, you know, they got you head over heels for them, right? Really be mindful about that. Be mindful of taking any type of alcoholic beverages or any narcotics or anything on this day. Well, be mindful about that every day, but really on this day because it's going to affect how you want to express your sexuality, right? And you don't want to get no STI, you don't want to get no STD, and if you're not ready to get pregnant, you don't want to get pregnant, especially by a stranger. So next, on the 19th, what was it I want to talk about here? This is a very similar day as this one, as Venus is still sextiling Lilith, but on this day now it's in a sextile with Uranus. So this is going to be a really abrupt instinct, a really abrupt want to have sex, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with sex. The only thing is that you want to be careful with that, right? Especially since Venus is in a loose opposition to Neptune and Pisces, delusion, right? You don't want to be blindsided. What the fuck is that? You don't want to be blindsided by a guy who is doing what certain guys do, and he's charming, he talks the talk, he walks the walk, but he might have an STD, or he might have another girl, and he doesn't tell you, or blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So on this day, for the feminine energy, please be careful. especially even more so because Saturn is still in a square with Uranus, and so your ability to shield yourself from electromagnetic attacks or psychic attacks is going to be even less on this day, right? So please be careful. Please be careful. All right, next day. 22nd, what was it I want to talk about? There was something specific I wanted to talk about on this day, I think. Or maybe there wasn't. Hold on. Well, Mercury's in retrograde at 0 degrees, but it's not necessarily a Kazemi yet, but it's close enough. Oh wait, is this considered a Kazemi? I'm actually unsure. But one thing, when the sun is at 20, well, when any planet is at 29 degrees of any sign, it's, the finisher, the closer, the most energy of that sign, right? And so with the sun there, and the sun being the life force chi prana energy inside of Virgo of your digestive system, on this day as well, right, on every single day of this month, you want to pay attention to your digestive system. But on the last day of the month, on the last day of the season, a Virgo season, you really want to pay attention to your digestive system and your liver, right? Especially since it is in a loose opposition to Virgo. To Jupiter and Aries. So you really want to be mindful. Really be mindful. All right, so on the 25th, we have the new moon in Libra. A new moon in Libra is sowing a new seed, right? It's the opportunity to grow, right? Anew, right? There was something specific I wanted to talk about on this day. Oh, with the, okay, there's a couple things. So, with the sun now in Libra, remember, the sun is the life force energy, the chi, the prana, etc. Wherever the sun is at, that's where the most energy is going to be at in the body. And so with the sun in Libra now, Libra rules the kidneys, but Libra also rules the chemical balances in your body. So your acid alkaline balance, right? And things of that nature, right? So you want to be mindful of, like, keeping things in balance during this time. During this next season is now when you make sure to take the right amount of sea moss, or the right amount of this herb, or the right amount of water, or the right amount of sleep, right? It's a balance now. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, with the Saturn and Uranus still in a square with each other, Mars is now is now trining it is now trining Saturn. Mars is now trining Saturn. So Mars is getting a lot more energy, right? Saturn and Mars are the two malefic planets. Mars in Gemini is increased blood flow to the lungs. Saturn in Aquarius is limiting controlling the electromagnetic spectrum of your body, right? And Gemini also rules the nervous system as well. So on this day, especially with Saturn squaring Uranus, which is also the nervous system, right? It's shocking. It's lightning type of energy, right? So on this day, beware of your nervous system. Take herbs like valerian root or skullcap, or deep breathing is a great way to release tension in the body to make sure that your nervous system is calm. doing things you like to do, doing fun things, right? Listening to cymatic frequencies at like 432 hertz, or listening to the ohm at 432 hertz will help relax the nervous system, right? And I would tell you, Mars and Gemini, my Mars is natally in Gemini. And I have a Saturn in Aquarius. I'm telling you, your nervous system, as you can see, I've been stuttering like this whole time I've been talking, but that's because my brain moves so fucking fast, and my nervous system is so active all the time. Like my nervous system is active all the fucking time, and so I know what this feels like. And I'm telling you, please, this is not the day to be doing, extra stuff, right? This is definitely not the day to be drinking coffee, right? And caffeine is a stimulating nervine. So what it's going to do is actually stimulate your nervous system. It's going to stimulate your nervous system, right? That's why you get like jittery when you drink coffee. So on this day, with your nervous system already like hyperactive, yeah, please don't drink coffee or do anything or eat anything that gets you hyper in general. You want to stay calm on this day. Lavender baths are nice. You know what I mean? You can put some sea lime cinnamon in your bath, right? That will help calm you down. And good stuff like that. Next day, I spent a lot of time on that day. The sun is in opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter. Beware of an expansion of energy inside of your kidneys and the chemical balances of your body, right? So this is more so in line with being able to stay balanced health-wise on this day. It might be a lot harder to keep that balance on this day. So be mindful about that, because if on this day, it's really easy to not stay in balance and then fuck everything up. On the 29th, Venus is now in Libra. And remember, like I said, when a planet ingresses into a sign, and when it comes to health, that planet is now whatever that planet represents is now going to affect the body zone of that sign. So Venus is fat and sugar, and so is now in Libra, which is what? Your kidneys and the chemical balances of your body. And so with excess sugar and excess fat going towards your kidneys, drink your damn water. Starting on the 22nd, right? Yeah. 22nd to 23rd, drink your water, right? You really want to be drinking your water all the time, man. You really need to be drinking at least half your body weight in ounces of water. And if you work out, you need to be drinking at least a gallon of water. Natural spring water, reverse osmosis water, alkaline water, right? You got to drink that water. But on top of that, you also need to be eating fruits. I know a lot of people don't eat fruits. When I say fruits, I mean like your apples, your pears, your plums, your peaches, your nectarines, your raspberries, your blueberries, your avocados, right? Eating your fruits will give you H3O2, which is a form of water that's more like gel, which is what your body is really made out of mostly. So you need that more than the actual liquid water, but you still need H2O, right? And the reason why I say you still need H2O is because our bodies have adjusted so much to drinking H2O over the time that we've been, I guess for lack of a better word, brainwashed into thinking that we need to drink H2O instead of doing, right, the H3O2. And so because of that, our bodies have already adjusted. And so if you try to adjust back so abruptly, like your body's not going to know how to react fully. So yeah, that's that. Next, September 30th. Mercury is in opposition to Neptune, so be aware of deception on this day. Especially with them both being in retrograde, beware of deception. How does this apply to health? Deception can affect your mental body, your mental space, right? Which will in turn ultimately affect your emotions, which will also in turn ultimately affect what you're eating, which will also in turn affect how your health is overall. Your body. With that being said, that's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out so I can help you out. If you're looking to get a reading with me, please click the link in the description box to get a September reading. What does the month have for you during the month of September? And when you do that, do a transit reading. You want to get a transit reading for me. Because the transit reading, I'm going to be able to go through your chart and actually be like, okay, on this day, Mars is square your sun, or this day, this is this. And then I'll be like, okay, watch out for this. You use these herbs for this purpose, eat these foods to get these vitamins and minerals for this purpose, right? Etc., etc. And I also want to end this on the note. Well, I'm not going to end on this note. I'm going to say this though. None of this was FDA approved. Please make sure to consult your medical professional for any and all medical advice, because that's not me. This was not meant to cure, mitigate, or prevent, or treat any disease, because we don't do that around here. Wink, wink. No, but seriously though, I'm not a doctor, but I study and I see trends in these charts, right? It's actually interesting because way back when, in the Hippocratic Oath actually said you need to know the fucking stars. It's crazy, but it's no longer in there. I wonder why. Right? So schedule reading with me. During the transit readings, or any astrological reading that you get with me, I also do a tarot card pull, so that's also good to know. Using a herb crafter's deck. With that being said, remember your health is your wealth. It don't matter how many niggas you fucking, how many bitches you got. It don't matter. It don't matter none of that. If you can enjoy life because you can't walk, because you had gout or diabetes and had to carve your foot, then none of it fucking matters, bro. It really doesn't. If you can't enjoy life, then what are you doing? Right? Go in the gym, drink some water, get your health in order. That is so important, man. Uranus and Taurus conjunct the North Node is showing us that. What do you value? Do you actually value your health? Like, it's really that important, guys. It really is. With that being said, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, you know what it is. Peace.